It's about to go down. Some joy, some pain. We're destined to see both on championship night in Charlotte. The #1 team in America, the Duke Blue Devils, can add the ACC tournament crown to their regular season title. But the 2 seed, Louisville Cardinals, they have other ideas. They badly want that crown in this season of revival for the Bill. Now, Duke survived a furious North Carolina comeback. Wickham in the #2 seed, Duke the #1. We are ready to go, underway. And Duke wins the opening tip as they chase their 31st win of the season. Louisville as hot as anybody in college basketball as they come into the championship game.
Obi, it seems like forever since these two teams have met. It was December the 8th in their first matchup, and the Cards got the Blue Devils down 14 in the first half. But it was a tremendous run in the second half. Cooper Flagg had a little to do with that, though.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg was tremendous in the second half of that game. He's not going to be able to help him here tonight on the floor.
He and Malik Brown, in fact, combining for 23 rebounds in that game.
Yeah, 26 points, 20 of them for Cooper, but also Malik Brown with 3 steals in that game. We know what he does defensively and how he helps his Blue Devil squad.
Edwards Jr. with a shot clock a factor, now down to 3. He'll be a huge factor tonight as he lifts and can't hit it. On the other side of the iron, a second effort. Here's Hepburn, Chucky Hepburn. Oftentimes, as he goes, that's how Louisville will go, and he'll knock down that shot.
He is special. Leads him in scoring, assists. He's a great defender. In fact, he was Defensive Player of the Year in the ACC. That's amazing.
He is a menace. Had 6 steals in their semifinal win over the Clemson Tigers and was all over the place last night.
Proctor can't hit it, but the slam down by
Malawag used to do that to all the young guys. Proctor, one of the veterans, getting it done on this last possession.
Malawag high post, Proctor with a floating pass for the big guy who slams it down.
What potential, what a future he has. He didn't start playing basketball until 4 years ago. Are you kidding me?
And he
Can't
is
teach that size either.
Yeah, he's been a centerpiece for the Blue Devils throughout this tournament on the offensive end as a lob threat.
Edwards off the fake, harassed, he can't get it to drop. James with a rebound.
Malawag made that happen. No question about it.
Knipple on the drive, little hesitation. He took a shot. Both guys going down.
Bob, the whole team, the opposition, is that all you do?
Knipple at the line, 91%. He made 12 out of 13 the other day against Georgia Tech.
He's such a fierce competitor. I'll tell you one thing. His stock is going up, up, and up. Corey, like your stock. When you played in Virginia, it was going up, up, and up. I called your games.
You called everybody's games. With another one.
First team All-ACC performance. They can oftentimes win their matchups individually, especially when you switch defensively.
I'll tell you this, they also got a good wing player in Hadley.
Hadley with 20 points last night.
Hepburn with a triple.
And again, the ability to be able to move Hepburn off the ball and place the ball in the hands of Edwards, allow him to be the facilitator, allows Chucky to get loose without 10 defensive eyes watching.
Knipple right by everyone, a strong move for 2.
I get a real feeling here that guys like Knipple.
Some youngins for the Blue Devils.
It's a big difference, a big difference. Got that experience. They reshaped their whole lineup when you look. Oh, wow.
On target, Isaiah Evans for the triple.
They needed that. He helped them big time 2 games ago when he made 4 big threes. At 16 minutes, he had 4 big threes. He can shoot the basketball.
Yep, had 14 points in that game. So Hepburn looking to counter. Cross court, is Waterman wide open. He sticks it.
Big guy not
Play has added defense and some timely shooting as well.
Knipple can't hit.
Waterman is also the Marco Polo of college. He's been a traveling man. He's been at Detroit Mercy. They deuce inside.
Waterman still pointing to the bench. That one comes free. Knipple hitting the deck. Duke comes away with it. 7 to get off a shot. James in the corner. Knipple will swing it. Shot clock winding down. Here's Evans. Got it!
That's big. That's big. Find out.
Jungba, who's been really aggressive offensively in this tournament. Here's Foster. Took a peek at the shot clock as he goes between the legs and kicks it. And here's Proctor and swishes in the triple.
They're making threes tonight. They came into this game 12 for 52, shooting the three in the tournament.
Yes. In fact, missed their first 13 of the tournament.
And this is the best three-point shooting. The two top three-point shooting teams in the ACC this year. And Edwards answers.
Man showed his guts and his heart, and he loose ball bounced him at the elbow. He knocked it down, and Stanford was heartbroken.
This would be Duke's first outright regular season ACC and tournament championship since 2006. Knippel inside.
Such a smart play by Knippel, going and using that 6'6" frame to get in front of his defender and then playing off 2 feet to get the easy bucket.
What really makes him special is his ability to drive and to shoot the three as well.
Ruth's inside. Nice bounce feed for the basket. And
Head gets the easy layup.
The lost art in basketball, movement without the basketball. He really wants to put it on the floor and beat guys one-on-one.
Proctor heating up. I mean, he was in no man's land from three-point land the first.
He showed that right there. He's a winner, man. He's the winner. Came from Wisconsin. Transfer portal.
But it started.
Transfer portal for us, broadcasting.
I like that idea. That one tipped up and in as Scott got up high.
Scott came from Charleston along with Coach.
A face in February at a game and lost some teeth and a facial fracture too. Here's Proctor to launch again. He's feeling it. Hadley on the run. Edwards trying to finish it. He banks it in and a whistle too.
This is a really good Louisville team. Really good. Here they know how to really go out and get players. The key is get quality transfers if you're going to get them.
Knippel grabbing the miss. Proctor got hit with a foul. Pat Kelsey called last night's win over Clemson the most physical game he has ever coached. And this one's getting pretty physical too. Waterman getting back in the game and immediately involved in this. Gungba hitting the deck. Take a look.
And Gungba taking the worst of that. Waterman grabbing the back of his head. Excessive with the contact, but Waterman running in.
He missed that free throw.
So he makes the second. But I think we both know exactly what you mean about Carolina. They just look like a tournament team. Hadley will scoop it and lay it in. They did not in the first half yesterday when they were down by 21 and eventually 24. But by the end of the game, they look like a tournament team. That's kind of the story of the Carolina season, right? Right now, Lenardi has them out of the tournament. They've been yo-yoing back and forth. James on the attack. Can't get it up there. Malawach tried. He couldn't do it. His hook. And that'll drop in.
Malawach has been spectacular. For
Louisville is Duke's first ranked opponent since December 4th when they faced number 2 Auburn.
Wow. You do your research.
Up and in for 2. And that's the tie at 25.
That's the second time it out.
Yeah, I love it. I love seeing movement in the basketball, movement in the ball.
Evans got a good look. Malawach had it knocked out of his hands, but chased down by Foster. Proctor's open. He won't wait. Down it goes.
He feels it today, baby. Get me the rock. He's saying, get me the rock. I feel it, baby. I feel it. I feel the excitement here, really. Anytime you play for trophy, it's special.
Boy, Edwards with another quick answer. He's got that knack, doesn't he?
That's who he's been. He is averaging 21 points.
You look at Duke, they got 3 players being charted in the top 10 of the NBA draft, along with Cooper, Knippel, and Malawach. Watch.
Proctor to give chase. That's going to be Louisville ball.
Caleb Foster could have allowed that ball to go into the backcourt. That's what John Shire's telling him.
Quit. They could have rolled over. They were down 24, I believe.
Is on the way in bracketology at 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. So it's the Bill by 1.
Sion Smith is such an important part of this team. He really is. What a job he does. The transfer from Tulane. That's a great job.
It's the deck real hard. Got it free somehow. And 1 as James came in to clean.
Smith, I believe. Bottom line is, give me a turnover.
Nah, no turnover. You just said Sion, no turnover on that one. Believe me, if you turn one over, I'll let you know. I'll chalk it up to you, Dickie B.
Zone, man. 2-3 zone.
Hey, already we've had 7 lead changes in the championship. Hepburn, there for Scott.
How about the preparation? You talk about preparation. Pat Kelsey had his group prepared for the zone. That was a called play by design to be able to get the dunk along the back line. Great screen set by Terrence Edwards to free Chucky.
Pinnable takes the bump, leans in, got it off the window.
Well, he is strong on the drive. He really is. Got away maybe with a little charge right there.
Hey,
bottom line is Hepburn got right in the gap in that zone. You got to get the gaps and seams in the zone. And also right behind the foul line area.
Edwards with a triple. This is some high-level stuff here. Shot clock down to 8. Scott again for Edwards. On Malawach. Airborne. No. The tip, no. Traore right back up for 2.
And what a great effort on the glass, right? What a difference a year makes to be a Louisville fan. Wow.
A little wild by Traore, but he got it free anyway to Edwards. He will attack again, and that'll drop.
Uncle Mo's in the house, baby. Uncle need him as an assistant. He needs him as a player.
9 seconds to shoot. Final shot coming up for the Duke Blue Devils. James on the spin and can't get it at the horn. So that's our halftime score. Louisville on top, the number 2 seed, leading the number
on Louisville as well. He said Tyrese Proctor right now was in foul trouble in the first half. He was trying to protect him. So just being mindful of where he is in this game as far as foul trouble.
Yeah, Angel, when you consider this is the first time the Blue Devils have played a ranked team, as Proctor knocks down his 4th 3 of the game. But it's the first time they played a ranked team.
Player shoved the player. I personally think we shouldn't have a shaking hands after the game. Should do it before the game.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think after the game.
Emotional.
Pinnable with a big drive for 2. And he has 8.
He can drive the basketball. He really attacks with great competitiveness.
Edwards, after the air ball to begin the second half, kicks it out here for Hadley. And Chucky Hepburn, one of the most electrifying point guards in the game. Waterman with a kick himself. Here's Edwards. And sinks it. A 3-pointer.
That was a good 3. It was not a bad shot. Quality shot. It was set up with a diagonal pass. And he was squared with his body. He squares the body, you can account.
But doesn't it seem as though Edwards is always the guy responding with a 3 every time the Blue Devils go on a run?
Yes. He has 18 points.
I'm shocked he's a 3rd-team All-ACC. Should have higher than that.
He was higher on my list, Sticky B.
Pinnable takes the foul. He gets hit.
We do 1 game a week after having 5 major vocal cord cancer surgeries.
Yes.
But we go back a lot of years.
You go back a lot of years with John Madden.
You go there, and he was playing certainly Hepburn.
Edwards, he wants to shoot it. Backing into Proctor. Can he get it up? He did in time, and he hit it right at the horn.
He can score. He's got versatility in scoring. He's not just a
Duke down 3. Well, it's been whiplash for Duke here in Charlotte. They were down 14 to Georgia Tech in the quarterfinals. Then they were up 24 on North Carolina in the semifinals. James going in strong. He'll draw the foul.
He was a great pickup. You know,
he did.
Yeah, Tulane. He was a good player at Tulane.
Tournament out of the ACC.
It's a shame. When you think of the ACC, I think of the U10 is what it's all about, the NCAA tournament.
5 to get off a shot here. Edwards fumbled it. On James, leaning in.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on now. Come on now. That's for LeBron James and the big stars of the NBA. Wow, he was pressured, had a hand in his face, and he still delivered. That's a PT beer, baby. A prime-time performer.
Well, his son, who was born back in the middle of February, is named Trey. Here's James. Yes, what an answer.
Nice smooth. Win the game, win the championship. To me, the victor, the spoils go to the victor. So the bottom line, he wins. He'll get it. I think Knipple will get it if Duke wins.
Hepburn draws the foul, and he'll be shooting 2.
And no confident OB, he forgot all about that air ball. It's almost like it never happened. And James Madison, and then coming to Louisville, started off coming off the bench. You had him in the Bahamas.
High post for Gungba. Handing off for Proctor. The big man rolling inside, batted away. James flips it up, can't make it, but he'll be at the line.
Life after playing in the NBA. Junior was as special as it gets. This I have known in terms of he was super column, do what he has to do.
You're absolutely correct, Dickie V. If you're Pat Kelsey, you want Edwards to continue to be aggressive.
Waterman with the foul as he went for the rejection, but he got body tied.
We must be unified as a team. No matter, and they're all about TEAM. Purdue really well on a team that went to the final game and got beat by the Huskies in Connecticut, who dominated everyone.
Sixth man of the year, the Big Ten. From the corner, James, yes sir!
He's so valuable. He's so valuable. Doesn't get a hold of Quarry. We do 7 games here. I have great respect and admiration for him.
Hepburn with a misfire in close. Knipple comes away with a loose ball. And now it's Duke with the big mo.
James with 12 points in this half.
And another triple by Proctor.
And that's what's been...
Edwards trying to bring back a recovery here for the Cardinals. A long one on the way and too strong by Ruths. Knipple on Hepburn. One-on-one. A block. But count that. That basket will be good. Lead of the night.
Played really well here in the second half, but this Louisville team's not going to go away.
Little bounce inside by Chucky Hepburn for 2. He has 11.
Nice drive by Hepburn. They're not going to go away. There's no quitting them.
Proctor left open again, and he can't miss all of a sudden.
He's on fire.
How do you lose horse out there? There's no one within 10 feet.
Tell you one thing. He's been on fire. How many threes he made already? 6?
I believe he's at, yes, he's at 6.
6.
On the drive, Edwards denied. In heavy traffic, double fake.
What a score. What a score, Corey. No doubt about it. The time is host of the world.
Proctor
they
again.
get it, and they get their players to play.
Proctor got the shot in the air, draws the foul.
OB, we have watched the Blue Devil.
Hepburn picked up his 3rd foul, too, on that play.
Yep.
Devil team. I believe he's better than a second-round prospect.
Gets
If
the
that's what
rebound.
it's going to be this year, he can change his fortune.
Knipple got a really good look around and out. He doesn't miss.
I love how hard he plays.
Edwards gives that off. Priori back outside. He's beyond the 3, and now inside it. Trying to get by James, and that's an offensive.
And that's an easy call. Roger Ayers right on top of it. You see one.
Tell you one thing, that I've been away from the game a little bit the last couple of years in my battles with cancer, but the one thing that's constantly coming back, by the basketball writers of America.
Wow.
That really is special.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go there in April up in St. Louis.
Oh, beautiful.
I believe we could name more trophies that you don't have.
Knipple. The follow-up. Oh, look, Malawatch again.
I'll tell you what, a tremendous second effort right there.
When you look at Tyrese Proctor, what we said earlier is he's learned how to lead his way. It may not be the most boisterous thing, but he has led people. And Coach Shire said he believes he has one of the best backcourts with him in the nation. I'll send it back to you, OB.
Hepburn with a foul as he knocked Proctor.
You look at what has happened in the second half with the Blue Devils going in. Down 5. It has been those 2 veteran guards in the backcourt that has carried the Blue Devils here in the second half.
Jay Well really was trying to motivate him, maybe inspire him.
That could be the case, Dickie V.
In the lane, got the shot up there. Louisville wants that shot to count, by the way.
He wasn't just a Dookie.
As the Duke Blue Devils win healthy. Here's the concern. I'm not sure that Malik Cooper-Flagg going into the NCAA tournament will not be 100% healthy.
Shorty's had a very tough shooting night.
Yeah, I think he should penetrate more. He isn't trying to penetrate and maybe create with his ability to pass the rock.
Knipple drives it, scores it.
Malawatch only played 10 minutes in the first matchup between these 2 teams, December the 8th. Look at how he's grown as a player, not only from a production standpoint, but the ability to stay on the floor. The answer.
Tino, I voted for him Coach of the Year, what he's done with St. John's.
Inbounded for Gungba, so Malawatch to the bench. Gungba's been having a really good tournament, and that continues.
That's his game. Dickie V, we were at the...
You hope and pray they all stay. They don't go to the highest bidder. Because I tell you, that's what it's become in college. It's amazing.
Gungba draws the foul. And the 6'11"
Chaos out there, really.
Scott with his fourth foul, by the way.
But
Yeah, Kelly. And that's one of the things that John
Service, Ellison dominated. But on that team also was our own Jay Billis. He was a member of the Adam as my blue-collar guy.
Scott takes a bump and makes it. He'll be going to the line.
He's not blue-collar anymore. Now he's a PTP award. And I'll tell you this, unbelievable. I will tell you, Coach K's the 2 games. Bottom line is, though, you got to think about the 28 that Knipple had when they needed him against Georgia Tech. Came back with 17 against Carolina. I would go with Knipple.
Proctor reaching in for a foul.
Talking the game, I would go with Sir.
But in that game also, but when you think about, this really was a team effort from the Blue.
I still got energy, though.
You do.
Yeah,
You're
right.
amazing.
New 10 seconds for the Blue Devils after calling the timeout. Smart call by John Shire, calling the timeout with 1 second remaining before there was a
unbelievable way about him that convinces players to follow.
Wins, 8 Final Fours, 3 national championships, 25 NBA first-round picks, but they disappeared off the scene for a couple of years. They are back.
Yep, there's no question. And you know what? Both these teams since December are 47-2. 47-2. That's amazing.
Hepburn now with 14, but he's had a rough night. 52 seconds to go. Duke trying to inbound. Up by 10. In for Proctor. And Proctor takes a slap, and he is headed to the other end to shoot.
A key in this game has been the really outstanding job defensively.
Out in transition. But this game, eerily similar to the first game between these, gotten solid contributions from a number of different guys. As Tyrese Proctor makes his first free throw of the game. He's 1 of 5 from the free throw line, OB, even though he's knocked down 6 3-point field goals.
Final 40 seconds here in the championship game.
I also want to thank both you guys, the way you've accepted me, coming here and joining you. It's been a great, it was a tough time, and I had to stay overnight, and my family left, and I broke up crying like crazy, and a nurse came in, and she cheered me up. And then I went to my phone, and on my phone were messages from all over the country, from Rick Barnes, Tom Izzo, Calipari, coaches.
Miss Gloria.
Is that Gloria?
That's Miss Gloria James.
Legitimate number.
Shot won't go down for Edwards, although he's had a big night and a great tournament.
Dickie V, let me tell you before we get off air, we'd love to have you back. And if I can speak for my guy, Dave O'Brien, we think you belong right here with us.
Yes.
And so absolutely, we would love to have you back.
Please.
Go have a great summer, rehabbing, getting better, and let's do it again next year.
I appreciate that, Corey, really. Which player? We're talking about the most versatile and dominant player in the country in Cooper.
My number,
And
about to
that's the
check in the game.
And that's the sign that the game is over. And I was a vital part of it. I practice every day.
Knipple with 18, by the way. Edwards with an air ball there. Not indicative of the game he has had, but
Next time since leading in half, right?
That's
and
right.
they got beat in the second half to beat up with 5 minutes to go.
So Duke reigns supreme in the ACC, regular season and tournament champions for the first time since 2006.
There's that handshake line. Yesterday, a player shoves a guy. I say a handshake should be before the game. Before the game.
Both these teams showing tremendous respect for each other. They battled hard on the floor. However, shaking hands after the game, acknowledging the greatness of each other. Tremendous amount of respect from the Blue Devils to the Cardinals and vice versa as the blue and white, Duke blue and white confetti flies here at the Spectrum Center celebrating the 2025 ACC Tournament Champions.
Now, one thing, I got 3 grandkids that are all going wild right now at Duke. my granddaughter Ava, who's on a top 7 tennis team, and my twin grandsons were on the